Hey guys, and welcome back to another classic gold farming video. In this one, I'm going to show you the top 5 best Mage AOE gold farms. Now, I'm going to show you ones that you can do without actually doing boosts. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of my classic gold making guide. If you want to check it out, it is linked down below in the description box. So let's go over the top 5 AOE Mage gold farms. So the first one we're going to start off with is the Lasher farm and Diramore East. This is the spec that I'm going to be using for this. Basically just a shatter spec, so we can pretty much do big shatter damage. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to run here and you want to jump down to the bottom. You want to blink before you hit the ground so you take no damage. Now what we're actually farming are all of these Lashers. So these are non-elites and they're very easy to kill. They have a huge drop table of all the different herbs in the game. So that is what you're going to be making the gold from. Now when doing this, you want to make sure that you stay clear of all the patrols and all the elite mobs. You just want to be killing the Lashers, which are very easy to kill. On top of killing the Lashers, if you have herbalism and mining, there's actually a whole heap of nodes in here that you can get with those two professions to make some extra gold when doing this. On top of all the different herbs that you're going to be getting from doing this farm, you also have a chance at some really good BOEs that can sell for a lot of gold. Once you kill all the different Lashers, you basically just reset the dungeon and you rinse and repeat that same process. Moving on to farm number 2, this is going to be DM North Skinning Farm. So this one I really like doing. You are going to need skinning to do this, and you need like 290 plus skinning to skin all the mobs. Once you run in here, you want to jump on this safe spot on the right side of the stairs right here. So you can just stay here and you'll drop combat. Now what you're going to see is you're going to see a pack of the hounds that are patrolling around in a circle. There's a certain spot we want to wait for them to get to before we go ahead and actually start the pull. So once we drop combat from this guy right here, I'll show you exactly that. So this is the pack. As you can see, there's 4 hounds that are constantly walking around. Now, the one that I just marked with the triangle is the mob that we're going to be pulling. The one that has the skull, we wait for it to get to that tree stump right there. As soon as it's behind that tree stump, we can go ahead and we can pull triangle. So we just wait. Now as soon as this goes behind that tree, we can go ahead and we can start the pull. So you just want to pull this guy right here. And basically what that will do is I'll pull all of the different hounds in this location just by pulling one mob. Now you want to run up to this X on the ground, and you can see there's like an X on the stone, and you want to mana shield and also ice barrier, and we're going to get ready to block to stack all these mobs together. On the corner you can throw a rank 1 blizzard, and this will help stack all of these mobs up a lot tighter. So as you can see, they're a lot tighter of a stack. Now we just want to ice block before they start hitting us, and then what we want to do is we want to cancel ice block, and we want to nova them, and we want to move out of the way. Now once you've done this, you can start blizzarding them. You want to do 2 blizzards before they get to the corner. Once they get to the corner, you want to jump up, you want to nova them, and then you just want to finish them off. Now run up to that location using this spot right here, and you want to loot them all and skin them all, and then you just want to rinse and repeat that same process. You're going to get a bunch of rugged leather, like a lot. So this farm obviously can be better whenever the price of rugged leather is higher. So I would recommend checking the price of that before doing this farm. But this is the best possible way to farm a bunch of rugged leather. And obviously you have a chance at some really good BOEs because of the level of those mobs. You just want to run out, reset the dungeon, and go again. Moving on to farm number 3. This is going to be this Sunken Temple solo. So to do this, all you want to do is you want to use nature protection potions. So you want to make sure you have them, and then you just follow exactly where I'm going. So you want to run up the first 2 steps and go to the right, jump down in the middle here, and then you can come to this spot. This spot is a safe spot, and the mobs from up the top will drop aggro. Once you get to this location, you want to pull the 2 big dragons. You want to pull them over to the boss and wait for the RP. As you can see in the red text, you can see the mob is basically yelling. So you want to wait for that. And now what this will do is it will pull all of the mobs over on top of the boss. You want to throw mage armor up right here, and then you want to wait till all the mobs stack on the boss, and then you want to pull them. Now you can simply run over to the spot where we're going to be killing them. So just follow exactly where I'm going, jump up on this ledge. As soon as the mobs get to you, you want to ice block. Once they get past you, you can start jumping up and down and basically juggling the mobs at this location right here. Now this is another farm that if you have skinning, it can actually make a lot of extra gold. You also have a really good chance of getting edge masters, which sells for thousands of gold. So loot them all up, skin them all up, and then rinse and repeat that process. Moving on to the fourth farm, this is going to be Zul'Farrak Solo. So this is basically the graveyard. A lot of you may know this one. This is a pretty well-known farm. But with this farm, you're looking at around like 50 gold raw, which is really good for raw gold. And you have a chance of getting some good BOEs that can bump up the amount of gold you're making from this by quite a lot. So basically what you want to do is just follow exactly where I'm going. You want to make your way to the first boss without pulling any mobs. As you can see, I'm doing this on like a low level. So you want to go to this safe spot if you're doing it on a low level. But if you are level 60, you can just run straight to the graveyard, and it's a lot easier than doing it on a low level mob. You want to pull the boss, you want to open all the graves on the right side, drop combat, pull all the mobs in the middle, or the graves, and then drop combat and pull all the rest of the graves on this side right here. Once you have all the mobs pulled, you want to jump up on top of the building here, and you want to rank 1 blizzard the mobs that are out of line just there, pull the boss, and then you want to make sure you're pulling all the mobs, stack them up on this location right here. You can jump back and forth to stack them up, or just do a blizzard on them, and then you want to start killing them. Obviously I'm doing this on a lower level. This is when I was leveling this footage, but if you are level 60, it's a lot quicker to kill all of these mobs because you do way more damage and you have a lot more mana, and that makes it really efficient. You want to loot up all the mobs, and what you can do at level 60 is you can go to kill the scarabs too, just with like your Cone Cold combo. And then you just want to reset the dungeon. Very simple. Now moving on to the fifth and final farm. This is going to be an open world farm over in Eastern Plaguelands. So you want to come over to this location right here, and there is a bunch of zombies that drop a lot of rune cloth, which you can sell on the auction house, or you can just straight up vendor for raw gold. They also drop like Hoiva potions, some really good BOEs. You also get like your traveler's backpack from here, and just a bunch of really good items that can sell for a lot of gold. So what I'll do is I'll show you how this farm works. But as you can see, like I mentioned, you get the mana potions, you get the major healing potions. These sell for quite a lot, and you actually end up with a lot of them. You also get a bunch of different scrolls and things like that. So this is where the farm is located. And sorry, it's in Western Plaguelands, not Eastern, and it's at this location right here. So you want to head over to this spot, and there's going to be a bunch of zombies. Basically what you want to do is you want to ice barrier up, and then you can start stacking all the mobs. You'll pull a decent amount of these. You can't obviously pull the whole thing because the ones that you pull at the start will lose aggro. So you just want to pull a decent amount of these, stack them all up. You can use ice block to stack them up nice and tight, or if ice block's on cooldown, you can just nova them and stack them up that way. Blizzard them down, kill them, and then rinse and repeat this process. There's a bunch of different mobs around this location, so you just want to loot them up. On top of this, you also get reputation that can actually be very useful. There is some mobs that will fear you, and so you do need to keep an eye on being feared. Now the best way to counteract that is just staying at max range for your blizzard, and this way you'll actually be out of range for the mob to go ahead and fear you. Even if you get feared, it's not the end of the world. You can still recover from it very easily with a nova. So that was the top 5 AOE mage gold farms. Now if you want to learn more about making gold in all versions of World of Warcraft, I recommend you check out Goldcapped. Goldcapped is a community project that covers all of the best methods of making gold in all the different versions of World of Warcraft. I will leave a link down below in the description box if you want to go ahead and check this out. The Goldcapped basically puts out regular new guides of the latest and best methods of making gold in all versions of World of Warcraft. We have live price data, so you know exactly what farms are worth doing at the time of looking at the guides. We have a team of some of the best gold makers in the gold making community whatsoever. We also have a Discord where everyone on the team will help you out with any questions that you have. about making gold in any version of World of Warcraft. So it's not only for the guides, but you also get access to speak with all of the different people that are on the team and the community. So there's a monthly or a yearly subscription. If you go with the yearly, you're going to save a bit of extra money every single month. So that was it for Goldcap. If you want to check it out and become a Goldcap member, there will be a link down below in the description of this video, or you can head over to goldcap.com and become a member today. Hopefully I see you in the Goldcap community, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and also subscribe for future gold making videos on the channel. Take care.